Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. This is part 7 video on the chapter of time and work where I will solve the objective questions, question number 1 to 12 of exercise 13B from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. And the remaining problems, that is question number 13 to the, let me see how many questions are there, question number 13 to question number 17 of this exercise 13B, I will solve in the next video, that is part 7. I hope you have watched all the previous videos, that is part 1 to part 6, where I have discussed thoroughly the concept of time and work and main and work and pipes and cistern, and have discussed the rules that are applied in solving the problems on time and work, and especially pipes and cistern, and also solved the previous exercise, that is 13A. 13A from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. If you have not watched those videos, I strongly suggest that you please watch them to maintain the continuity of your study on this chapter of time and work. And also I have given and solved two assignment problems, assignment 1 and 2. They are also good problems that will really judge your understanding of the chapter concept. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for class 8 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. If you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, and if you are watching my videos regularly and my videos are beneficial to you, then I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's start solving the problems 1 to 12 from exercise 13B of time on the chapter of time and work from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. Okay, so I have written down all the problems, problem number 1 to 12 on the canvas, and so these are, I will solve question number 1 to 12. These are all multiple choice questions where there are 4 choices given for each question and 1 choice will be correct. So let's start solving the problems. The first problem says that A alone can do a piece of work in 10 days and B alone can do it in 15 days. In how many days will A and B together do the same work? So this is a pretty straightforward question. We have to first find how much of the work is done by both A and B in one day, and from that information we can say how much time will A and B together take to complete the whole work. So we have work done by A in one day, work done by A in one day will be 1 by 10, since it is given using the first general rule that if a work is completely done in n days, then in one day the amount of work done is 1 by n. So we have work done by A in one day is 1 by 10. Similarly, work done by B in one day will be equal to 1 by 15. Since it is given B alone can do it in 15 days, which means that in one day B can do the work done by B is 1 by 15. Now this 1 by 15 and 1 by 10, these are the part or fraction of the whole work that is done. Now we have to find what is the work done, that is the fraction of the total work done by both A and B when they are working together. So we have work done by A plus B. By A plus B means that A and B are working together. Work done by A plus B in 1 hour will be the sum of the work done by A and B in 1 hour, that is 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15. This is equal to 3 plus 2 by 30, which is equal to 1 by 6. So 1/6 part of the total work is done by both A and B in 1 hour. Now hence we can say that time taken by A plus B, that is when both A and B are working together, time taken by A plus B to complete the work will be equal to 6 hours. Since we know that in 1 hour A plus B is doing 1, the work done in 1 hour by A plus B is 1 by 6. Hence we can say the total work will be done by A plus B in 6 hours. So the correct choice is B is the correct choice. B is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 2. A man can do a piece of work in 5 days. He and his son working together can finish it in 3 days. In how many days can his son do it alone? Okay, so let's denote the man by M. Let's denote the man by M and the son by S. Son by S, man by M, by M and son by S. So now we have that it is given a man can do a piece of work in 5 days. So we know work done by M, work done by M in 1 day uh, is equal to 1 by 5. Oh, sorry. In the previous problem, this should be work done by A plus B in one, not 1 hour, but 1 day. 1 day, and also this will be not hours but 6 days. Excuse me, friend. I will. Someone is at the door. I will quickly come back in 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, sorry, friend. Unexpected disturbance. I'm sorry. Okay, so that was 6 days. Okay, now let's do problem number 2. So we have work done by M, that is the man, in 1 day is 1 by 5, and also we know that it is given that when the man and his son working together can finish it in 3 days. So we know work done by M plus N, M plus S in 1 day will be equal to 1 by 3. Since it is given the man and the son together can finish the work in 3 days, using the first general rule, we can say that in 1 day the man and the son together will do 1 by 3, 1 by 3 a part of the total work. That is, the work done in 1 day by M plus S is 1 by 3. Now work done by M plus S in one day means work done by M, that is the man, in one day plus work done by S, that is sun, in one day. This is equal to 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Now we know that work done by M in one day is 1 by 5. So we have 1 by 5 plus work done by sun in one day is equal to 1 by 3. So this implies work done, we get work done by S, that is the work done by sun in one day, will be equal to 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5. This is equal to 2 by 15. 2 by 15. So in one day, the work done by sun in one day is 2 by 15, which means that 2 by 15th part of the work is done in one day. So this implies uh, time taken by S, that is the sun, time taken by S to complete the work alone, to complete the work alone will be equal to, now the work done by S in one day is 2 by 15, 2 by 15, which we can write it as 1 by 15 by 2. So whenever we know that the work done in one day is 1 by n, then we can say that the total work will be done in n days. So now we can say the time taken by S, that is the sun, to complete the work alone will be 15 by 2 days. This is equal to 7 and half. 7 and it's wrong. Let me quickly configure the canvas. Okay, 7 and a half days. So the sun alone will complete the work in 7 and a half days. So the correct choice is C. C is the correct choice. Okay. Let's do the next problem. A can do a piece of work in 16 days and B can do the same work in 12 days. With the help of C, they can finish the job in 6 days only. Then C alone can finish it in. Okay. So I will try to solve the problem. I will try to write a little less because it is taking some time. Okay. So we know that work done by A in one day will be equal to 1 by 16. Since it is given A can do a piece of work in 16 days, using the first general rule, we can say that in one day A will do 1 by 16 amount of work. That is 1 by 16th part of the total work will be done by A in one day. Similarly, we will have work done by B in one day will be equal to 1 by 12. 1 by 12. Now, it is asking then C alone can finish it in how many days? So, let's say we assume let C alone can complete the work in X days. So, as based on this assumption, we can say that work done by C in one day will be equal to 1 by X. So this implies we need to find what is the work done by all of them, that is A plus B plus C in one day, and from that information we can say how much time it will take for A plus B plus C to complete the work, which is given to be 6, which is given in the problem to be 6 days. So we have work done by A plus B plus C in one day will be equal to 1 by 16 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by x. Now, if we add up 1 by 16 plus 1 by 12, it will be 8, 2 and 4, 3. 2, 4, 3. Okay, so 24. No, not 24. 3. 36. 3, 48. So this will be 48, 3 plus 4 plus 1 by x. This is equal to 7 by 48 plus 1 by x. So the work done by A plus B plus C in one day is 7 by 48 plus 1 by x. And now, so from here we can say time taken by A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C means when they are all working together. So time taken by A plus B plus C to complete the work, will be equal to now when the work done in one day is 7 by this can be written as 7 by 48 plus 1 by x is 7x plus 48 divided by 48x. This can be written as 1 by 48x divided by 7x plus 48. Now we can say that time taken by A plus B plus C to complete the work is 48x divided by 7x plus 48, and this value is given to be 6 days. It is given that with the help of C, they can finish the job in 6 days only. This means that when A, B and C all are working together, they can finish the complete work in 6 days. So now we can say that 48x divided by 7x plus 48 is equal to 6. So this is a linear equation in x. We can easily solve for x. We will have, doing cross multiplication, 48x is equal to 42x plus 48 into 6 is 48, 288. This implies if we bring all the x terms to the left hand side, we will have 6x, 48x minus 42x is 6x is equal to 288. So this implies x is equal to 288 divided by 6, which is equal to 4, 24 and 4, 8. So 48 days. 48 days. So C alone, we have assumed that x to be that C alone can complete the work in x days. So the answer is 48 days. So the correct choice is D. D is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 4. To complete a work, A takes 50% more time than B. Okay, if together they take 18 days to complete the work, how much time shall B take to do it? Okay, so we don't know how much time A is taking to complete the work, how much time B is taking to complete the work. We only know that A takes 50% more time than B. So let's assume B can complete the work in X days. So if B is taking X days to complete the work, A will take 50% more time. That is 50% more time. This means 50% more than X. So this will imply that A can complete the work in 50% more 50% more uh, than X days. Now what is 50% more? This 15%, 50% more than X means this is a concept of percentage. I hope you know that X percent, any percent more, this is a side note, X percent more than Y is equal to 100 plus X divided by 100 multiplied by Y. So we have 50% more than X will be 100 plus 50 divided by 100 X, which is equal to 150 by 100, 150 150 by 100 into X, 150. So this is 150 X by 100. This after cancellation will be 3X by 2. 3x by 2. So A can complete the work in 3x by 2 days. 3x by 2 days. Now, okay. So we can now say that work done by A plus B in one day, the work done by A plus B in one day will be equal to the work done by A in one day is 3x by will be 1 by 3x by 2 plus 1 by x. This is equal to 2 by 3x plus 1 by x. This is equal to 5 by 3x. So work done by A plus B in one day is 5 by 3x. This can be written as 1 by 3x by 5. 3x by 5. So this implies that time taken by A plus B to complete the work will be equal to 3x by 5. Since we know that in one day the work done by A plus B is 1 by 3x by 5, so we can say that the total work will be done by A plus B in 3x by 5 using the second rule of the general rule of time and work. So also in the problem it is given that if they are working together they can complete the work in 18 days. So we can say that this 3x by 5 is equal to 18. So from here we can solve for x. So x will be equal to 5 by 3 multiplied by 18, this number of days. This is equal to 30 days. So B alone, so we assume x to be the number of days in which B alone can complete the work. So the answer is 30 days, and hence the correct choice is A. A is the correct choice. Okay, let's do problem number 5. A works twice as fast as B. If both of them can together finish a piece of work in 12 days, then B alone can do it in. Okay, so A works twice as fast as B. So this problem is very similar to the problem number 4, but the speed of the comparison of speed of A and B is given in a different way. In the previous problem, it was given that the speed A takes 50% more time than B, but in this problem, it is given A works twice as fast as B. So let's say if we assume let B can complete the work in X days. Now, if B is completing the work in X days, it is given that A is twice as fast as B. So, definitely A will take half the time as B. I mean, if so more speed means time taken will be less. So, if A is twice as fast as B, it means that A will take half the time taken by B. So, we can say that A can complete the work in X by 2 days. So, this implies that work done by A plus B, that is when both A and B are working together, work done by A plus B in 1 day will be equal to 1 by X plus 1 by X by 2. This is equal to 1 by X plus 2 by X. This is equal to 3 by X. So this implies if work done by A plus B in 1 day is 3 by X, now 3 by X can be written as 1 by X by 3. So now we can say the time taken by A plus B to complete the work will be equal to X by 3 days. Now it is given that if both of them can together finish a piece of work in 12 days, so we can say that then X by 3 is equal to 12, because based on the assumption that B can complete the work in X days, we have found that the time taken by A plus B to complete the work is X by 3 days. And in the problem it is given that A and B together can finish the work in 12 days. So we can equate X by 3 and 12. So we have X by 3 is equal to 12. This means X is equal to 12 multiplied by 3, that is 36 days. So X is 36 days. X is actually 36. So B can complete the work in 36 days. And hence the correct choice is C. Okay. Let's do problem number 6. A alone can finish a piece of work in 10 days, which B alone can do it in 15 days. If they work together finish, then out of total wages of 3000, A will get. Okay. So they are doing some work. And if they complete a work and the total payment given to A and B is rupees 3000, then what amount will A get? Now the amount that A and B will get will depend on will be based on the amount of work they are doing per day in 1 day. So we can say that amount paid to A, we can say the ratio of amount paid to A and amount paid to B should be equal to the work done by A in 1 day is to the work done by B in 1 day. So obviously the payment will be proportionally divided between A and B depending on how much work A has done and B has done. So we are saying that amount paid to A and amount paid to B, this will be in proportion to this ratio will be in proportion to the work done by A in one day and work done by B in one day. Now, the work done by on the right hand side, you can also consider the total work done by A to complete the work and the total work done by B in to complete the work. Now, that ratio and the ratio and this ratio, that is work done by A and work done by B in one day, will be the same. Will be the same. Okay. So now it is given that the total payment was rupees 3000. So what will A get? So let's say we are considering the amount paid to A, B, rupees, let's say A, and the amount paid to B rupees B. So this so rupees A is to rupees B will be equal to the work done by A in one day. We know that the work done by A in one day will be 1 by 10. 1 by 10 is to the work done by B in one day will be 1 by 15. So we have this. That is, we have rupees A is to rupees B is is in proportion to, we can say that 1 by 10 is to 1 by 15. So now let's not use the capital letters A, rupees A and rupees B, because it will confuse with the person A and B. So let's say rupees X is the amount paid to, total amount paid to A, and let's say rupees Y be the total amount paid to, amount means wage, total wage paid to B. So we have rupees X is to rupees Y must be equal to 1 by 10 is to 1 by 15. So this means X by 15 is equal to 1 by 10 divided by 1 by 15. This is equal to 15 by 10. Now you can simplify 15 by 10 further, and it would be 3 by 2. So X by Y is equal to, we are having 3 by 2, and we also know that X plus Y, the total amount, the total wage paid to A and B was 3000. We also know that X plus Y is equal to 3000. Now from X by Y equals to 3 by 2, we can say that X is equal to 3Y by 2. X is equal to 3y by 2. Now we will substitute x equals to 3y by 2 in this equation, and we get 3y by 2 plus y is equal to 3000. So this implies 3y by 2 plus y is 5y by 2 is equal to 3000. So this implies y is equal to 2 by 5 multiplied by 3000. This is equal to 1200. So so the amount, so y is the amount, as per our assumption, y is the amount paid to B. Now if y is we have to find x, because the question is asking then what will A get. So y is 1200. So this will imply x is equal to 3000 minus y, which is equal to 3000 minus 1200, which is equal to 1800. So A will get rupees 1800, and hence the correct choice is choice C. Okay, let's do problem number 7. The rates of working of A and B are in the ratio 3:4. The rates of working means the rate of working means amount of work done in one day. So it is given that the ratio of amount of the amount of work done by A in one day and the amount of work done by B in one day is 3/4. the number of days taken by them to finish the work are in the ratio. Okay, we have to find the ratio of the number of days taken by them to finish the work. That is, we have to find the ratio of number of days A will take to finish the work and number of days B will take to finish the work. Okay. Uh, so we can based on the ratio given 3 is to 4, that is the ratio of the rate of their working, we can assume that let the rates of working of A and B are 3x and 4x. So this is the general strategy of solving problems which are based on ratio. If you are given if you know the ratio of two quantities, and if you have some other information about the quantities, and if you have to find those two quantities, generally you assume the quantities to be based on the ratio, that is based on the parts of the ratio. So in this problem the ratio is given to be 3 is to 4, so we are assuming the rates of working of A and B to be 3x and 4x. Now this implies, what does it mean that the rate of working of A is 3x? So this means that work done by A in one day, rate of working means work done in one day. So work done by A in one day is equal to 3x, and work done by B in one day is equal to 4x. So now we can say work done by both A and B, that is when both are working together in one day, the work done by A plus B will be equal to 3x plus 4x, which is equal to 7x. This we can say, write it as 1 by 7x. So we know that work done by A plus B in one day is 1 by 7x. From here we can say that time taken by A plus B to complete the work will be equal to 1 by 7x. Now it is given that the number of days taken by them to finish the work are in the ratio. Oh, sorry. Why I am doing work done by A plus B in one day? It is not at all. It is the question is not at all about when they are working together. Okay. So sorry. I should have read the question properly. This is not required. So the problem is asking the number of days taken by them to finish the work are in the ratio. Okay. So if you know that work done by A in one day is 3x, so this is 4x. So work done by A in one day is 3x. We know that time taken by A to complete the work will be equal to, now the work done by A in one day is 3x. You can express 3x as 1 by 3x, and the work done by B in one day is 4x. You can consider it as 1 by 4x. So now we can say that time taken by A to complete the work will be 1 by 3x. Similarly, time taken by B to complete the work will be equal to 1 by 4x. Therefore, ratio of time taken by A and B to complete the work to complete the work will be equal to 1 by 3x is to 1 by 4x. Now this is equal to 1 by 3x is to 1 by 4x, because we have found that time taken by A to complete the work is 1 by 3x, and time taken by B to complete the work is 1 by 4x. So so the ratio of time taken by A and B to complete the work is 1 by 3x is to 1 by 4x, which is equal to, as a fraction, 1 by 3x divided by 1 by 4x. This is equal to 4x by 3x, x cancels out, this is equal to 4 by 3, and so 4 by 3 in ratio is 4 is to 3. 4 is to 3 is the answer. So the correct choice is C. Okay, let's do problem number 8. A and B together can do a piece of work in 12 days. B and C can do it in 20 days, while C and A can do it in 15 days. A, B and C all working together can do it in. Okay, so this is a straightforward question. Uh, so um, let we will to simplify, to save time, we will name some, do some naming. That is, let's say let um, a let A be let work done let work done by A in 1 day. We are assuming this, let work done by A in 1 day be equal to X, and work done by B in 1 day is equal to Y. Let also work done by C in 1 day be equal to Z. Okay, now it is given that, so we can have, so this implies, as based on this assumption, we can say that work done by A plus B in 1 day is equal to X plus Y. Also work done by B plus C in 1 day will be equal to Y plus Z, and work done by C plus A in 1 day will be equal to X plus Z. Okay, now so this implies that it is given that A and B together can do a piece of work in 12 days. So this means that work done by A and B in 1 day is 1 by 12. So we can say that X plus Y is equal to 1 by 12. Also we can say Y plus Z is equal to Y plus Z is equal to, we know that Y plus Z is the work done by B plus C in 1 day, and it is given that B and C can do it in 20 days. So work done by B and C in 1 day will be 1 by 20. So we must have Y plus Z is equal to 1 by 20, and then we have X plus Z is equal to 1 by 15. Now if we consider these results, if we number these three equations or results as 1, 2, 3, and if we add up, we get adding 1, 2 and 3, that is adding these three equations, we add up the left hand side and we add up the right hand side and we equate them, implies that x plus y plus y plus z plus x plus z is equal to 1 by 12 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 15. The left hand side, if you notice that x is occurring 2 times, y is occurring 2 times and z is occurring 2 times. So we can say 2 into x plus y plus z is equal to, the right hand side is 1 by 12 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 15. So the LCM will be 60. We have 5 plus 3 plus 4. This is equal to 9, 8, 12 by 60, which is equal to 1 by 5. So we have 2 into x plus y plus z is equal to 1 by 5. So this implies x plus y plus z is equal to 1 by 5 multiplied by 2, that is 1 by 10. Now what is x plus y plus z? X plus y plus z is the work done by a plus b plus c in one day. So we can say that work done by a plus c in one day will be, as per the assumption, will be x plus y plus z, which we have found to be equal to 1 by 10. 1 by 10. Now the question is asking A, B and C all working together can do it in. So from this fact that in one day the work done by A plus B plus C is 1 by 10, we can say that time taken by A plus B plus C to finish the work will be equal to 10 days. 10 days. So the correct answer choice is choice C. Okay, let's do problem number 9. 3 men or 5 women can do a work in 12 days. 3 men or 5 women can do a work in 12 days. Okay. How long will 6 men and 5 women take to do it? How long will 6 men and 5 women take to do it? Okay. So 3 men or 5 women can do a work in 12 days. So it is given that 3 men completes can do work in 12 days. Now, if 3 men can do a work in 12 days, since the work is constant, if you increase the number of men, the time will be less, and if you decrease the number of men, the time will be more. So based on common sense and the fact that the number of men and the number of days are inversely proportional to each other, keeping the amount of work constant, we can say that one man or one man can do a work in 12 by 3 days. One man can do a work in, no, sorry, this is wrong. Not 3 men can do a work in 12 days. So this means that one man can do a work in 12 into 3 days. Actually, we have to find, okay, so one man can do a work in 12 into 3 days, which is equal to 36 days. The idea is that we have to find the amount of work done by a single man, one man, and one woman. First, we have to find that the amount of work done by one man and one woman. From the fact that three men can do a work in 12 days and five women can do a work in 12 days. So, if three men can do a work in 12 days, so definitely one man will do the work in more number of days. And obviously, the number of men and the number of days will be inversely proportional. That is, their product will be a constant. So that is why we are having one man can do the work in 12 into 3, that is 36 days. So similarly, uh, it is given that five women can do work in 12 days. This implies one woman can do the work in 12 into 5 equals to 60 days. So we know now that one man can do the work in 36 days and one woman can do the work in 60 days. Okay. So we can say that work done by one man in one day will be equal to 1 by 36. Similarly, work done by one woman in one day will be equal to 1 by 60. So this implies work done by one man plus one. Okay, so now so before this, so we know that work done by one man is in one day is 1 by 36, and work done by one woman in one day is 1 by 60. From here, we need to find work done. Since it is asking how long will 6 men and 5 women take to do it, we have to first find how much work is done by 6 men and 5 women in one day. So we know that work done by one man in one day is 1 by 36. So work done by 6 men in one day will be equal to 1 by 36 multiplied by 6. This is 1 by 6. So 1 by 6. So work done by 6 men in one day is 1 by 6. Similarly, work done by 5 women in one day will be equal to 1 by 6 multiplied by 5, which is equal to 1 by 12. Okay, so now we can see that uh, work done by 6 men plus 5 women in one day will be equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12. This is equal to 2, 3, 1 by 4. This is equal to 1 by 4. So, this will imply that time taken by 6 men plus 5 women to complete the work will be equal to 4 days, since we know that the work done by 6 men and 5 women in one day is 1 by 4, then using the second rule of general rule of time and work, we can say that the whole work will be completed by 6 men and 5 women in 4 days. So the answer is 4 days, and hence the correct choice is C. C is the correct choice. So the question was asking six. This problem is little conceptual. The question was asking how long will 6 men and 5 women take to do it. So whenever it is asked what is the time taken to complete a work, we need to find what is the amount of work done in one day, and if that amount of work done in one day, if we can express that as 1 by n, then the total work done will be in n days. So we were trying to find what is the amount of work done in one day by 6 men and 5 women. But before that, we had to find what is the amount of work done by one man in one day and what is the amount of work done by one woman in one day. This we have found from the given fact that 3 men or 5 women can do a work in 12 days. So we have 3 men can do a work in 12 days. Obviously, one man will do it in more number of days, and the number of men and the number of days are inversely proportional. So their product must be constant. So we must have one man can do a work in 12 into 3 days, that is 36 days. Similarly, one woman can do the work in 12 into 5, 60 days. Now, from the fact that one man can do a work in 36 days, we can say we can say that the work done by one man in one day is 1 by 36. Similarly, work done by one woman in one day is 1 by 60. Now, from the fact that work done by one man in one day is 1 by 36, we can say that work done by 6 men in one day will be 6 into 1 by 36, because the more the number of men is the number of men, and so if the time is fixed, that is in one day, more the number of men is more work will be done, and they are in direct proportion. So we can say just by using unitary method that 6 men work done by 6 men in one day will be 1 by 36 multiplied by 6, which is 1 by 6. Similarly, work done by 5 women in one day will be 1 by 60 multiplied by 5, which is 1 by 12. So now if we add up the work done in one day by 6 men and 5 women, we get 1 by 4. So we now have work done by 6 men and 5 women in one day is 1 by 4. From this fact, we can easily say that the total work done the total work will be done by 6 men and 5 women in 4 days. Okay. Let's see the next problem. A can do a piece of work in 15 days. B is 50% more efficient than A. B is 50% more efficient than A means that B will complete the work in 50% less time than A. So this is the catch of the problem. So B is 50% more efficient than A implies B will complete B is 50% more efficient than A. You can consider this as B will complete the work in 50% less time, or half the time taken by A. So this is one way you can consider the fact that B is 50% more efficient than A means that B will complete the work in half the time taken by A to complete the work. Also, you can also consider uh, it as that the work done by B in one day is 50% more than work done in one day by A. So the fact that B is 50% more efficient than A, you can interpret this information as in two ways. You can consider that this means that B will complete the work in half the time taken by A, or you can consider that the work done by B in one day is 50% more than work done in one day by A. Now let's say the question is asking B can finish the work in. So let's say we assume let B can finish the work in X days. Since we know that B will complete the work in half the time taken by A, which means that A will take twice the time taken by B to complete the work. So we can say A can finish the work in 2x days. 2x days. Okay. Now this implies that what is asking B can finish the working. Achha, it is given that A can do a piece of work in 15 days. A can do a piece of work in 15 days. So this implies that as per our assumption, we know that 2x will be equal to 15. Since we have assumed that B can finish the work in X days, we must have A will finish the same work in 2x days, because since B is 50% more efficient than A, this means that A will take twice the time to complete the work as taken by B. So if B takes X days to complete the work, A will take 2x days to complete the work. So now we can say that 2x is equal to 15. This implies X is equal to 15 by 2. 15 by 2. Okay. And this is equal to 7.5 days. What was X? X was B can finish the work in X days, and the question is asking B can finish the work in. So the answer is 7.5 days. So the correct choice is B. Okay. Question number 11. A does 20% less work than B. A does 20% less work than B. Okay. If A can finish a piece of work in 7.5 hours, then B can finish it in. Now, it is given that A does 20% less work than B. Now, A does, what does this mean? A does 20% less work than B. This implies that work done, you can say work done by A in one day is 20% less than work done in one day by B. So A is doing 20% less work than B means that in one day the amount of work done by A is 20% less than the amount of work done by B in one day. Okay. If it is given that if A can finish a piece of work in 7.5 hours, then B can finish it in. Okay. So let's say, so let's assume, let work done by B, since it is talking in terms of hours, let's say, so work done by A in 1 hour, will be is 20% less than work done in 1 hour by B. So the time will be in hours. Okay. So now let's assume let work done by B in 1 hour be X. Now, if work done by B in 1 hour is X, we know that the work done by A in 1 hour will be 20% less than work done by B in 1 hour. So, we will have work done by A in 1 hour will be equal to, from the concept of percentage, 20% less than X will be 20% less than X. Since we have assumed work done by B in 1 hour is X, so work done by A in 1 hour will be 20% less than X. This is equal to 100 minus 20 divided by 100 multiplied by X. This is equal to 80 by 100 X, and this is equal to 4X by 5. After simplification, 80x by 100 is 4x by 5. Okay. What is given? If A can finish a piece of work in 7.5 hours. So now, we know that work done by A in 1 hour is 4x by 5, which we can write it as 1 by 5 by 4x. So we can say that time taken by A to complete the work will be equal to 5 by 4x hours. If we know that the work done in 1 hour by A is 1 by 5 by 4x, then using the second general rule of time on work, we can say that the whole work will be done by A in 5 by 4x hours. It is given that A does A finishes the piece of work in 7.5 hours. So we must have 5 by 4x is equal to 7.5. This is equal to 15 by 2. So this implies what will be X? X will be equal to 5 multiplied by 2 um, divided by 4 multiplied by 15. So we have to find then B can finish it in. Okay. I think it would have been easier if we would have assumed that B can finish the work in anyway. So now we are having X is equal to 5 into 2 divided by 4 multiplied by 15. So this is equal to 1 by 6. This is equal to 1 by 6. So X is 1 by 6. We have to find in how much, what is the time taken by B to complete the work. So first of all, X is 1 by 6. So this means that work done by B in 1 hour is 1 by 6. So we have a work done by B in 1 hour is equal to 1 by 6. Since we have assumed that work done by B in 1 hour is X, and X is found to be 1 by 6. So we know that work done by B in 1 hour is 1 by 6. So definitely from here we can say, using the general rule, using the second general rule of time and work, that time taken, we can say time taken by B to complete the whole work, the work will be equal to 6 hours. will be 6 hours. Hence the correct choice is C. Okay. Let's do the last problem, which is problem number 12. A can do a piece of work in 20 days, which B alone can do in 20 days. Okay. B worked at it for 9 days. A can finish the remaining work in. Okay. B worked at it for 9 days. So, in the first 9 days, B was working alone. Okay. So, work done by A in one day will be equal to 1 by 20. Similarly, work done by B in one day is equal to A can do a piece of work in 20 days, which B alone can do it in 20 days. Why both are 20 days? I definitely might have copied the question incorrectly. Let me check. A can do a piece of work in 20 days and B alone can do it in 12 days. Sorry, so this will be 12 days. This is 12 days. Okay. So we have 1 by 12. Okay. So now we need to find what is the amount of work. So B worked for 9 days. So work done by B in 9 days will be, using unitary method, it will be 1 by 12 multiplied by 9. This is 3 by, after simplification, 9 by 12 is 3 by 4. 3 by 4. So work done by B in 9 days is 3 by 4. Okay, so this implies work left. So B was working for 9 days and the total work done in 9 days by B is 3 by 4. So the work left, which will be done by A, work left is 1 minus 3 by 4. Why 1? Because the total work, the complete work, we always consider it as the value of 1. So this is equal to 1 by 4. So 1/4 of the work is still left to be completed. Okay. Now the question is asking A can finish the remaining work. The remaining work is 1 by 4. And we know that work done by A in one day is 1 by 20. Or we know that A can do the whole work in 20 days. So so we have to find how much time A will take to complete 1 by 4th of the work, because the remaining work is 1 by 4. So we can say that 1 by 4th part, an amount of work of 1 by 4 essentially means that it is the 1/4 part of the total work. So 1/4 part of work will be completed by A in 1 by 4 multiplied by 20. Why? Always remember that if it is given that A can do a piece of work in n days. So let's say if A can do a piece of work in n days, I'm using a very short form. A does a work in n days, then time taken for A to complete P by qth part of work in P by Q multiplied by n days. This concept must be very clear to you. So if it is given that A does a piece of work in n days and it is asking how much time A will take to complete P by qth part of the whole work, the answer will be P by Q multiplied by n. So this is equal to in atho days, which is equal to 5 days. So 5 days is the answer. Hence the correct choice is choice B. So this brings to an end in solving the first 12 questions of the exercise 13B. The remaining questions I will solve in the next video, so that this video will not be that long. So basically, I have divided in solving the problems of exercise 13B into videos. The first 12 questions I solved it in this video, and the remaining problems I will solve in the next video. That will be part 8. I hope solving these problems will be beneficial to you in understanding how I am approaching to solve the problem and how I am applying the concept of work, time and work. So all these problems were based on min and work. I hope the remaining problem will have problems based on pipes and cistern. So if this video was beneficial, please like it, share it with your friends, and once again, please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So please stay tuned for the next video where I will solve the remaining problems of the exercise 13B, which are objective questions. So I will end the video here. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.